Hello, my name is Toni Cannelli. I'm a professional drummer from England, and I'm going to talk about something today, nothing related to drumming. I'm just going to talk about, well, thing that we all take for granted, and that's time. When I'm teaching people, particularly young people, you say how much time you're going to put into this, and they kind of roll their eyes. Oh, it don't really matter. I'm only 14. I've got the rest of my life. So what I want to do is try and get a perspective on time, and as opposed to just thinking in real time, but thinking about the way time works in the universe. So I was born in 1957, and I started to play the drums when I was about 7. And I think I did my first gig on the drums about 1970. That was 51 years ago. Look, I've got a picture here of me doing it. It's a bit fuzzy. On the picture is my mum and dad, who sadly have passed away. So have a look at this picture. So thinking that's 51 years ago, it seems like that's a long time ago. But around about the age of 18, I started to get into uh, just looking at the sky, looking at the night sky, and I bought a book by Carl Sagan. If you've not checked him out, check him out. And in the book, it was a life changer because it explained to me the speed of light. Now, if you don't know what the speed of light is, it's 186,000 miles per second. Let's get that in perspective. If you were to travel at the speed of light, you could go around the Earth 7 times in a second. So it's a bit like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't even think how fast that is. Let's do that again. So 7 times around the Earth in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, what the book explained to me was about that. So the distance to the moon at that speed, it would take you about just over 1.5 seconds to get to the moon. Now, I was there in the 60s when they actually travelled to the moon. It took them about 3 days to get there. And it was, with space technology, it was going quite fast, but it was a 3 day thing to get there. Now, when you start to think about that, you start to think, okay, 3 days to the moon, but it's just 1.5 seconds at the speed of light. If we go to the next planet, that would be Mars. Mars, at that speed, would take about 4 minutes at the speed of light. Now, 4 minutes, if they've not done it yet, but if you send a man to Mars, it's going to take a couple of months to get there. So just to get to Mars. Now, again, our solar system, these are just local planets to us, right? If we think about going to Jupiter, that would take, at the speed of light, that would take about half an hour, right? So that's all fair enough. I understand that, but the mind blower is like, if you look at the night sky, you can see the planets. You can also see the stars. And I think that the big mistake we make is that we think the planets and the stars are a similar distance, but the stars are ridiculously far away. So the closest star to us is Alpha Centauri. So if it's 30 minutes to get to Jupiter, to get to that closest star at the speed of light, you're ready for this, it's going to take 4.5 years. 4.5 years. So the distance is roughly 25 trillion miles. Now, of course, we look at the night sky, we sort of think, well, it's there, I can see it. But you're seeing the light from 4.5 years ago. Now, if we were to travel there in a spacecraft at the fastest we could go, it would take approximately, you ready for this? 70,000 years. I'm going to say that again. Watch the rewind. So, 70,000 years. That's just ridiculous. Just to get to the closest star. Now, if at the moment we've got global warming, if our planet is start to become unsuitable, it would take 70,000 years just to get to that star to see if there's any other planets near it that are suitable for us, which is like crazy. Another perspective, if you look at the night sky, if you look at the brightest star is Sirius, and that is 8.5 light years away. So you can see it with the naked eye, but that's a journey of 146,000 years to get there. This is all staggering stuff. I was blown away when I sort of started to understand this. Now, I remember as a touring musician, I actually, because I like looking at the night sky, I think we was on tour in America and we stopped in the Arizonan desert, and I kind of looked up and I could actually see Andromeda. Now, if you don't know what Andromeda is, that is the next galaxy to us. Now, our galaxy, the Milky Way, has got approximately 400 billion stars in it. Each star has got a travel time of between 80 to 100,000 years. That's mind-blowing. That's just in our little tiny galaxy. Now, the Andromeda galaxy, that night I could actually see the Andromeda galaxy with my naked eye. It kind of looked like a wispy cloud. Now, believe it or not, you ready for this? That is light from 2.5 million years ago. Let that sink in. So you're seeing something from 2.5 million years ago, light. So once you start to realize that, again, galaxies, there's billions and billions of galaxies. So the universe is beyond comprehension how large it is. But more importantly, you start to realize time, our time, even if you sort of live to 150, is not even a blink of the eye compared to the universal time. So my advice to my students and myself is like, try not to waste time because it's precious. And when you think about the vastness of the universe, get it in perspective of how brief our time is as human beings. So all I can say is like, try to have written goals, know where you're going, use your time wisely, and if you've not done it before, give the night sky a look. It's absolutely fascinating. All the best. Cheers.